Howdy all, and welcome to part 19 of the video playthrough series of the game Conan Exiles. If you watched the last episode, before we went all the way up to the frozen north to get some black ice, I basically found out that in this patch that was put through on March 25th, that they fixed, corrected the problem that they had with those Skelos bearers. So Zviga is no longer 93,000 or whatever it was without, following me. With following me, it was like over 109,000. Zviga is now back down to a pretty typical tier 2 bearer, 2,800, goes up to like 4,300 when she's following me. As it turns out, I did a little checking afterwards, and they also nerfed her damage output significantly. As you may recall, her damage modifier was 1.514, I think, and it is now 0.75. They literally cut her damage modifier in half. You put a 100 hit point damage weapon in her hands, and her base will be 75 hit points. So that's sad. I mean, it's also in line with a tier 2 bearer, so I can't really complain. That's the way tier 2 bearers should be. They also nerfed Dicus's damage modifier slightly. Dicus was 2.78, as I recall, and Dicus is now 2.514. Again, putting him right in line with top end, the top end fighters that you would get from up around the Mounds of the Dead and and so on. But his damage or his hit points, if I have him follow me, because he's 2380 right now, and he only goes up to 2917 for some reason, even though I have my authority all the way at 20. So he has plus 20 in every stat. His vitality is already 23. So I'm not really sure. Oh, I get it. So the plus 20, his vitality is already 23. So if I take him off, so I don't know why he isn't jumping up way higher in hit points. It should be at least a 50% increase. And it's clearly not. That being the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way up to the Mounds of the Dead again, and I'm going to get the fighter that you would usually get when you're at this level in the game and you're trying to recruit new fighters, and that would be a Cimmerian Berserker. I could try to get Dalencia Snowhunter, but the Cimmerian Berserker is a guaranteed spawn, always in exactly the same location. So it would be easiest to go after that particular fighter. And I'll show you where all that is. But before we do that, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to go try to get a better truncheon. So I have on me a steel truncheon. I believe I have a couple of spares. Plenty of spares. So mine, you can see, has the glowing purple over here. I'll put it back onto a spot. Oh, you can see here, I actually have a Skelos Bearer 3. I thought I threw that away. I tested it before I actually read the patch notes and found out that in the patch notes they did actually say that all of the Skelos Bearers have been fixed. So I tested it to see whether or not, by spawning one of them, which you can do with the cheat commands, to see whether or not it was nerfed back down to normal tier 3 bearer levels of hit points and damage, and yes, it was. So we'll just go ahead and, there we go, throw him away. And I will need to have and I'll need a conversion station up there. Let me take one of these in case I don't get the better truncheon that we're going for. The better truncheon is right at the beginning of a dungeon that's in the back of Conan's bar in Sepper Maru. So we're going to go to Sepper Maru. But I'm going to need iron to build... I don't need that much iron. I think I need 100. To build a recruitment station up there, I am going to need some gruel. And do I have any in the pot here? I don't. I only have 37 here. I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time making gruel here, but do I not have any plant fiber on anything? One more spot where I might have some. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to take the gruel from here, just so I'm not wasting any more time. I never put away those blood crystals that we got up in the frozen north. Should have done that. Actually, those I think will go in here. There. And a few other things that I can put away in here. I'm not going to worry too much about all that. So I am going to take Dicus, not Dicus, I'm going to take Zviga with me because, she has a higher, at exactly the same level, level 8, she has a higher base hit points at 2,800 instead of 2,300. But when I tell her to follow me, 4,300. That's the kind of jump I would expect to see with Dicus, and I'm not sure why that's happening, why that's not happening. Let's see. So to build a base up there, I only need stone, wood, and make absolutely sure that's the case. I think I only need stone, wood, and iron. Oh, I built, as you might have seen when I was in there, I built those preservation boxes and put my food... Oh, I haven't moved my food over there. I should do that, but I'm not going to do it on camera because that's just a waste of time. What am I looking for? I'm looking for companions. So to build a basic... oh, I need twine as well. All right, 50 twine. I think I got a bunch of twine here. Yeah, there we go. I'll just take half of that. Okay, so yeah, Zviga's following me. I have my steel truncheon. I have a spare. Oh, you know what? If I have another blunted, I do. All right. We'll turn that one, and we'll bring another one in case I do manage to get this better truncheon. Oh, wrong button. There. We'll put some stuff on Kuroakama. So I'm not carrying it all. Oh, yeah. You see Kuroakama still has a bunch of the steel reinforcements that I did bring up with me to build the new base up there by Sepper Maru. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in there too. And the branches, I'm not really sure why I'm carrying those. And go ahead and follow me, and I will cut it here because, again, you don't need to see me ride all the way up to Sepper Maru. I could put Kuro Akama. Yeah, it's not going to hurt to have Kuro Akama come into the dungeon with me. All right, I will see you in a bit. Bye-bye. And we're back. So here we are right in front of Conan's bar. Let's get out of that. There we go. Because we're in Seppumaru, I can't have Kuro Akama, stand guard anywhere here. They won't allow you to place companions or followers in Seppumaru. And I'd probably have to be pretty far outside of the actual city walls for me to reach a spot where I could do that. So Kuro Akama is coming in with me. And pardon me. All right, so you come around behind the bar. You go out onto this dock, and there's a door right here. Get up close to it. It says, you see it popped up there, I can enter this door. Why did it go away? Well. And we are now in the dungeon. Kuro Akama definitely made it in. Let's see if... Sometimes you have to go quite a ways in to make sure that all of your followers... Alright. It doesn't... Okay. Where are you? Anyway, this is the person we want to fight. Szeth the Drunk. To get Szeth's truncheon if Szeth drops it. The problem is, Szeth hits really, really hard. I might be able to take him down with the daggers. It would be a lot better if I had... Come on. Alright. Wrong weapons. Alright, let me bring up my daggers. And let's see if I go all the way over here... Yes. See? One shot. And I can respawn here in the dungeon, which I will do. Hopefully he won't still be on me. He is. Alright. Since I have no armor on me. But I have to leave the dungeon now that I think about it, because... Oh... Come on, horse. Horse is no longer following me, and that means that Zweiga is no longer following me. So the question is, did Zweiga come out with me? She's not following me, so she's not out here, which means she's inside somewhere. Uh-oh. I may have really screwed this one up. Ideally, Zweiga is right inside here. That doesn't seem to be the case. All right, let's go to my list of followers. And Zweiga is scouting. Yeah, not following me. Okay, you can show where the follower is on a map. Click that. Oh, I should have stayed in there because I can just go to map. Map. And Zweiga is... Where? Back at the base? No. Zweiga is... Oh, yeah, here, right here. You can see if I scroll so that I disappear, that little chess piece looking icon is Zweiga. So Zweiga is somewhere here inside this dungeon, I'm assuming. The problem is, once I go in there, those are all Relic Hunter treasure seekers, and that's the toughest dungeon in the game. Now, what are the odds that Zweiga actually never made it in here and is inside Conan's bar? That would be ideal. And considering how I might just keep screwing this up again and again, we may not actually wind up being able to go up and get... Nope, no Zweiga up here. So Zweiga is definitely in... might as well say hi to the princess. Definitely in the bar. I'm not in the bar, in the dungeon. And definitely not right there where I can find her. So... I might actually have to recall Zweiga, assuming she's not somewhere where she's getting whacked on. I don't know if I can do that here in Sepamaru. And that means everything on her disappears, which, you know, God, I hate that. Rescue, that's what it is, rescue. Only on owned land. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to go all the way back. I own a recruiting station right over there. Alright, Kuroakama, let's get over there. Get on you and ride real fast. Past all these bugs. All right, there's my recruitment station. That's land I own. So I should be able to recall Zweiga over to here. All right. Now, am I going to have to wait? Oh, I really hate... Yes. All right. All that armor, all everything. All right. I'm sure I don't have anything in that chest in there that would help out. So we are going to have to go back to the base and armor Zweiga back up. And get more weapons, food, etc. All that stuff. All right. See you in a bit. And welcome back again. We're back up here at Sepamaru. You can see between going all the way back to the base, getting new armor. Oh, it's right into the sun. Let's not do that. Getting new armor for Zweiga. And I changed the top because Zweiga is now sporting the full Vanner heavy like Dykus had. Since Zweiga no longer has 109,000 hit points, I figured it was a good idea to give her the best armor I can make. I also picked up, I think, in the one trip I've done back to defeat the End of All Hope, since the last time we took on the spiders, the big spider, I picked up the Watchblade, which is a really good two-handed sword. Not top end, but it's got excellent armor penetration as well as really good damage. And let's head in and see if we can at least defeat Zeth. Ideally, who will then drop the truncheon. Oh, wrong entrance. We're not going to get to Conan's Bar that way. We'd have to go around a whole bunch of prowlers and thugs who would wind up attacking us. So, let's go this way. Oh, you can see from the light way off there that's piercing the sky, and the fact that this Herald of Jebel Sag is here, the Sacred Hunt event is going on right now through sometime in mid-April, I think. All right. Let's hope Zweiga shows up. Yay! And my corpse is still there. All right. Oh, wrong one. Get out my daggers and take that big sword and whack him in half. He doesn't have a ton of hit points, which would be, you know, noticeable if I had a fighter who could actually hit. You see, he's already doing damage to Zweiga, even with her 4,300 hit points. He hits really hard. And good stuff, but no truncheon. And I don't need any of the booze. All right. Hopefully, that's all booze too. Hopefully, when we leave, this will reset. I can't remember if it resets automatically or if we'd have to wait for the 15 minutes for a landscape reset if we were in the same zone. It is an instance dungeon, so it should be a reset. Let's find out. All right, and Zweiga made it in again. Do we have another Zeth? We do. Wearing no shirt this time. All right. Wow. Zweiga's taking some serious damage. Like I said, he hits hard. There we go. Wow, 70%. There it is. All right. I'm a happy camper. I'll still leave my corpse there. I don't care. Alrighty. Come on, team. Alright. Now, basically, we're going to ride back up to the Mounds of the Dead, which is what we did last episode. So, again, there's no point in showing you all of that. And Zweiga's going to have to, you know, recover. He still has plenty of food. All right. I will cut it here and see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. And welcome back, folks. So I'm up here in the Mounds of the Dead. I'll show you. Over there is where the I can't remember his name, but the Cimmerian who I thought had the really funny dialogue and doesn't, where all of the crimson lotus flowers are. I set up my base just a little bit on the other side of that particular stretch of shallow pond. And the Cimmerian Berserker is just in a pond right over my shoulder here. So you see where I am on the map. This is where that guy is. I put down a bedroll, because this could be bad. And right over here is also where the recruitment station is. This little pond here is where there's always a Cimmerian Berserker spawn. Once again, get out of that view. Alright, so Zweiga has Seth's truncheon because Zweiga's going to be doing most of the whacking. If you think Zeth hit hard, Cimmerian Berserkers with star metal weapons are brutal. Alright, who do we have? We have a gal, it looks like. Not move, attack. There we go. And I'm just going to bring my shield up and run forward and see what happens. All right. Absolutely zero. Wow. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of damage. Oh, wow. So I was just getting whacked here. All right. All right, we lucked out. The Cimmerian Berserker is trapped up against a wall. And we got her. Yes, and Zweiga didn't take that much damage. All right, let's bound, and we're gonna drag her back to the recruitment station. That went way, way better than I anticipated. I've died so many times going after Cimmerian Berserkers up here. It's not funny. Oh, it actually probably is funny. But I'm not laughing. The reason I went through the pond here is if I went around that way, and the roadway that goes around the Mounds of the Dead does come right down to that pond, we'd have to fight those wights. And with all of the new nerfing that happened to Zweiga, it would just take too long. All right, so right back up here on this little peninsula. Here's our recruitment station. You got enough gruel in there, and boom. There we go. Zweiga's already back up to 100% health. Now I'm going to need to leave Zweiga here. No. Once the Berserker is fully recruited, I can place her in the inventory, in Kuro Akuma's inventory, before I place her on the landscape. All right, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take a while. You see the conversion here. So I think I will cut it here. God, there's so many little pieces to this one. But I do want to show you what the ultimate result is of a level 0 Cimmerian Berserker. So I will cut it here, and I will come back when the Berserker is all recruited. See you in another bit. And welcome back for the final time in this particular playthrough episode. I have the Cimmerian Berserker. So Cimmerian Berserker is following me, and at level 0, her following hit points are 3,260. Quite a bit above what at level 8 Dicus has. If I tell her to stop following me, at level 0, her base hit points are 2,549. So she started out higher hit points than Dicus did, and when following is added, or when she becomes a follower, her hit points jump up way higher than Dicus's. Now, I checked her damage modifier, and I don't recall that it was this level. It's 2.214, which is less than Dicus's 2.514. I thought that the Cimmerian Berserkers and Delincia Snowhunter were both around 2.5. I could be wrong. I can look this up, but it also could be that an awful lot of the higher end fighters had a slight nerfing of their damage modifiers in this last patch. I don't know that. I don't think I ever saw in the patch notes that it said anything like that. But I'm going to put it down to the fact that I'm misremembering. Now, having said that, again, at 2.214, she is going to hit like a truck. But most importantly, the fact that she's going to have so many more hit points is going to make her so much more survivable in any given situation than Dicus. By the time she is a level 8, instead of having 2,800 hit points, when following, I'm guessing she's going to have closer to 4,500. And we'll see what that turns out to be. She also has that Star Metal War Axe, which is a pretty great axe, but it's not as good as the weapons Zveiga is carrying right now. So we're going to swap these out. Go from something that does 43 points damage to something that does 80 points damage. And a much higher armor pen than the axe, 0 armor penetration. I love the look of axes, but man, I wish they had armor penetration on them. Anyway, that's what I've got here for this particular episode. We now have a fighter who can follow us and fight alongside us, who is much more in line with the standard progression of fighters than certainly Zveiga and even Dicus. So having Dicus does definitely give me an option, but I think I'm probably going to wind up sticking with the Cimmerian Berserker. Have to figure out a name for her, but that can wait for another time. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks everybody for joining me. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like us, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. It's all engagement as far as YouTube is concerned. Speaking of engagement, if you have anything you want to ask about this particular episode, what I did in it, or any comment you want to make, please do feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you like Nerd Caliber stuff overall, please do consider to subscribe to Nerd Caliber and also click the notifications bell. And with that, we will see you in the next episode, the Big 2-0. Until then, please do enjoy the spring, stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.